So I don't know, if I wasn't doing this, I will always do this. Yeah, I will always do it. So yeah. Growing food is something I grew up everybody doing, and I just, you know, but you know, everybody feel very ashamed of it. At least most people in my village feel very ashamed of it. You know, they see themselves as dirty because you're literally dealing with dirt every day. Like my fingernails never gets clean out these days, and so, you know, so and I happen to be a pretty smart kid, so my parents had high hopes for me. They're like, you gotta. They even named me Ru, and Ru means get educated in Chinese. So they want me to really get a good education to, you know, not be a farmer, to get out of rural China. So and I did, and I ended up got my PhD and still I'm a farmer. So I yeah. So
Well, I mean, part of it is because I'm at heart an environmentalist, and so back in the day, I taught environmental science and took people outdoors, and this is just another way of being an environmentalist is you raise your food locally, you raise it organic, you serve your community. It's basically my environmental ethic that keeps me doing this.
I never really wanted to start a farm, but I'm glad I kind of fell into it in this way because I feel very grounded in this like Appalachian in the knobs, like just where I grew up. The like ecosystems, the forest here, the sounds, the nature that just like feels very home to me, and feel very connected to that, and I want to do what I can in my little corner of the country to make it more resilient and more sustainable and connect the community in a way, and connect with the earth and be outside, play the dirt.
Yeah. Right. And playing in dirt. I mean, playing in dirt is good for you. Yeah. I mean, I love to be outside. I love to play in the dirt. And, besides the environmental ethic, it's just, I like the way it makes me feel. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can't imagine being in the air conditioning all day.
The thing that I'm looking for, the reason that I enjoy this and that I seek it out is to have a relationship with this land, is to understand where I live, who I live with, don't think it's easier. I don't think it's easier to, put your energy into making money instead of putting your energy into making life. I don't think that's easier. It wouldn't be easier for me.
I grew up on the farm. My dad is an organic farmer, and my mom dyes wool with plants. So herbs have always been very much part of our life growing up. And I just knew I wanted my career to be around plants and the natural world. It's mostly forested, so we just really felt this strong call to do something with the woods and to manage the woods in a way that is sustainable and regenerative, and just kind of like be stewards of the land in a way that serves the land more than it serves us, or it's just a mutual relationship, right? That is not an extractive relationship.
And there's nothing better than growing your own food, even if you're not that good at it, honestly. But I really want to be tied to my consumption as closely as possible, because in this world, consumption is something was grown there, and then it was shipped there to be packaged, and then it was shipped somewhere else and all over the place until it finally gets to you, and that's obviously not working. We need more of this. People growing food for themselves, for each other, local economies,
Yeah, I feel like just growing up doing it, it's like second nature to me, and I don't really think about it. Yeah, it's just a part of who I am and what raised me. The whole history and culture of our people is like living a harsh life and taking what you can as you can and feeding your family. and it's unfortunate, but the circle of life, you know. People eat meat, and if you're gonna eat meat, I do feel like it's. I wish everyone had to like process at least one animal if you're gonna eat meat. That's what I wish for every human, and I feel like people would be. They would use their consumer power and think more responsibly about the way that we impact the earth around us.
Now I'm growing the seeds that, like, I'm a 6th generation Appalachian, and I don't know how old these seeds are. I know they've at least been in our family 100 years, probably longer than that. But they've been passed down and passed down and passed down. Before I even knew, like now seed saving and all these heirlooms, it's like, it's kind of becoming a thing. People are really interested in it, but I've been doing this since probably my early 20s, and it was a way for me to have a piece of my grandfather. Like, I never met my great-grandfather, I never met my grandfather. I had always kind of been the black sheep, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, actually your family's been doing this forever and ever and ever, and this like innate, like, you know, attachment or inclination to these things has probably just always been in your blood.
You know, some of the traditions here in Appalachia still retained, like the corn pone, the fry bread, retain the traditions from the Cherokees. You know, and those even are disappearing for Jiffy Mix. I mean, people at least still eat cornbread here, but they don't know why. And this was one of the last areas of the U.S. where people were still, like Appalachia people were, they at least respected the traditions of where they came to inhabit to a degree that they kept some of those. But it's, yeah, I'm glad I live here. I want to bring it back. Sorry. Wow. Thanks for letting me talk about it.